On this episode of System Integrators Weekly, we're showcasing some smaller system integrators that you should know about, and we're officially announcing a very special system from Alexander PCs. All that and more on this episode of System Integrators Weekly. Let's go, nerds! Hello everyone, I am Braethorn. Welcome to a special episode of System Integrators Weekly, where we're going to be covering some smaller system integrators out there that you might not have heard of, or maybe you did and you've been wondering, why hasn't he talked about them yet? Well, that's what I'm going to do, like right now. But before I get to that, I do need to let you know that this episode of System Integrators Weekly is sponsored by CDKdeals.
CDKdeals is an online marketplace that specializes in discounted, genuine Microsoft licenses and game keys for several different platforms.
My viewers can use code BRAE25 to get an additional 30% off, meaning you can get a copy of Windows 10 Pro for right around $15.
Let's get a Windows key. We'll opt for Windows 10 Pro for the enhanced security features. CDKdeals offers an OEM license for a fraction of the price of a retail key. The difference with an OEM key is that you can only use it on one system, but that should be all you need. You will need to make sure you either have Windows 10 Pro already installed or you perform a fresh installation, since OEM keys cannot be used to upgrade from Windows 10 Home if that's what you have installed currently. Here I use code BRAE25. Pay with your method of choice, and once the payment goes through, click View Keys/Codes. Click Get the Key and copy it. Then just go to your Windows search, type in ACT, there it is. Click Activation Settings. My Windows install was already activated, so I'll be replacing that key, but yours should just say Activate Windows. Paste in the key, click Next, and activate, and you're done. Thank you, CDKdeals, for continuing to support the channel.
Now, if you watched my video from last Tuesday, which I hope you will, because it's a really cool video talking about a really exciting build coming up for our very own Fuzzy Boy here, you may have heard me mention that GPU prices are starting to get better, and they are. Sometimes they still sell out, but they'll come back into stock, and that's something that you should keep an eye out for if you want to build a system yourself. But there are a lot of people out there who don't want to build a system, and that's totally fine. Perfectly valid. That's why system integrators exist. So you can get yourself a pre-built or custom PC to your own specifications made for you with a warranty and coverage and support. It's great. And that's what this show is all about. We're going to help you find the best one for your own needs. And if you don't see something in the video that suits you, you can always come to the stream. I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday around 8 p.m. Central over at twitch.tv/Braethorn. And that's what I'm actually doing right now. I'm recording this live on stream. Say hi, chat. Say hello. So we're going to look at several companies here who are on the smaller side of the system integrator industry, but we want to, maybe bring them to your attention because every system integrator might have something unique to offer. You get your chance to see what they can do because it might be perfect for you. And before we get into that, let's go over a couple of disclaimers. First off, this video is being recorded for March 20th, 2022. Any systems, prices, and availability that you see in this video may change the very next day. Availability is like that. It's getting better, but it's not 100% just yet. So if that happens, you can at least maybe take away some information that might help you make your decision at another system integrator, or you can come to the stream and I can help you out there. The second one is, of course, this all has opinions. No one can really talk without putting their opinion into the matter, but that's fine because you're allowed to disagree, and if you do, please let me know politely in the comments below or in the Discord or on the stream I mentioned earlier. The last thing is, of course, whenever you're buying something, it's pretty well understood that you are buying at your own risk. I am basically observing these companies, and although there are a few who I know fairly well at this point and can solidly recommend, other ones, especially ones I'm looking at for the first time, I can't, I'm not here making any guarantees for you, and things can happen in shipping and electronic devices can fail, but pretty much all of these are going to have some form of warranty, so you should be covered as long as you know before you buy anything. You should read through the warranty and make sure you know that it is right for you, that it's sufficient for what you want, the coverage that you want. So let's get into it. And the first one we're going to talk about, you already know about if you've seen any of the recent episodes. We're going to talk about Alexander PCs. We're going to announce a new system, so do not go anywhere. Before I get into some of the other things they have, I do want to show that they have this ready-to-ship system, a fully custom liquid-cooled 12th gen 12700K and 3080 system in a Leanly O11 dynamic, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. Actually, we got a video here. Let's take a look. I hope you like the color green. But if not, you can always flush out the liquid and change the color of the RGB, put a different color liquid in there. One thing that you need to be aware of, these systems look very cool, but before you go out and buy one, because you saw one on Jay's 2 Cents, or you saw one on GGF Events or one of those videos, you need to know that they require a lot of maintenance. Every 6 to 8, maybe months, or maybe a year, you need to flush out the system and replace the liquid, or else you'll get buildup in there, and it's generally a bad time to have to clean that out. So just taking a quick glance through some of their products here and going to Intel products, we'll see some of the ones that we've already talked about, and most of them are showing in stock. There's a lot of stock over at Alexander PCs right now. A variety of GPUs for the 2 versions of the Centurion in black and in white. The Archon, which is similar to this, to the Centurion, but with DDR5 motherboard and memory. One thing I want to make clear is that when you see a system here, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, you know what, I like this system, but I don't like this case, then you just let them know. They will give you any case you want. They'll build in any case you want as long as they can get it for you. Every one of these systems you see here, when you see this big, long description of why every single component was selected, the whole list of parts here, including a link to the PC part picker list, so you can see what the price would be for yourself if you wanted to build it yourself, just know that this is not the final answer here. This is not the only option. You can actually customize some of these components as long as they can get them for you, and as long as you're willing to pay the price difference. Or, you know, it might even come out cheaper if you're looking for something that is a cheaper case or something like that. If you look at most of these prices, none of them are really much under 2,000 and up for your 12th gen Intel systems, except for this little guy right here. This is the Hoplite, and it is launching today. And this is the way to get something like a budget system with a lifetime warranty and higher quality components. Guess what? I happen to have one right here. This system has an Intel 12400 and an RTX 3050. And if you're looking to do some 1080p gaming, just take a look at some of these numbers right here. It's like a budget system that forgot it was a budget system. Because for $1,298, you'll find systems like this for about $1,000 with other system integrators, and that's fine. However, there is no compromise here. This case is a Deepcool Matrix 40. It has a perforated front panel with RGB fans on the front for intake and an RGB fan on the back for exhaust. It is a smaller form factor case that uses an MATX motherboard. But the motherboard is not cutting any corners here. It is an Asus TUF Gaming B660M. The I/O on this thing is fantastic. The airflow in this case is excellent. Although I will say there are a couple things to discuss, a couple little flaws there that I'm going to go over with you guys in the full review. But overall, Deepcool did a fantastic job of taking what should have just been a very basic budget case and making it better. And they went ahead and buffed it up with the Vetru V5 tower cooler, a cooler that Gamers Nexus, though being skeptical about it throughout the entire video, reviewed very positively. You're not just getting cheap RAM here. This is Trident Z RGB RAM, and that is 16 gigs of DDR4 3600. Basically everything that could be improved here. Even the power supply for this budget system is a Seasonic Focus 650 watt gold fully modular power supply. You don't see that. You will not see that in, say, the CyberPower version of a similar system. So we're gonna have more details on this system. It is now live on the site. The price is $1,298, except of course, you can put in code Braethorn and take that down $50. Yes, the $50 discount is valid for the Hoplite. You can expect later this week a full review. So we're gonna move on to another company here. This is Vyral. VyralTeq.com. And no, neither of those words is spelled normally. So please just look at the link in the description. When I say every system integrator has something different to offer, you know you can get a showpiece from many system integrators, but for Vyral, it seems to be their main focus, and that's pretty cool. You can go to Alexander PCs or Skytech and get yourself a normal system, or you can tell, you know, Alexander PCs, hey, I want the craziest system you've ever built, and they'll do that too. And many system integrators will do that. But from what I'm looking at here, that is the whole vibe here. They basically separate things by $2,000 and up, which is, it's a pretty big spread there, but good. And then $1,000, so from $1,000 to $2,000, although I think you can customize these to basically bring them above that. Now, here's something that some might find a little bit polarizing, but you know, it's something that I have said myself. For the budgets under $1,000, it says, stick to your console. PCs under $1,000 are not great for gaming. You would get far better performance on your console and have much better gaming experience. There are a lot of companies out there who would just rather give you something, anything to get your money. Vyral ain't about that. One thing I do want to mention, which is really cool, is if you're in Ohio, Vyral actually has an esports compound. They have a Vyral gaming arena for esports tournaments, racing simulators, virtual reality consoles, and a tournament stage. It's a 5,000 square foot facility. That's not really what we're here to look at, but yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. That's a cool thing to offer. So if you're in Dayton, in the Dayton, Ohio area, you got to check this place out. Even if it's just for booking a party or something, it sounds pretty cool. So we can go to their ready to ship systems and see what is available. Let's take a look. As you can tell, themes are a theme here. This Minecraft PC build, this Halo build, a lot of these things take a lot of work to put together. But looking at some of the components here, I'm seeing mostly AMD in their ready to ship systems. So if you're looking for a 12th gen Intel system, this may not be the way to go. However, if you're looking to grab yourself a 5800X system like this one that has an EVGA for the Win 3 RTX 3080 and a 5800X, that's $42.99. But this is the Halo system right here. And if you like Halo, I mean, there's customization in here, including wrapping on, wait, that's the Minecraft one. What happened? Hang on. I'm going to click here on the Halo system, and it took me to the Minecraft system. One thing I'm really excited about, because you don't see this case available in many places, is the fact that they offer the Leanly O11 Dynamic Evo, which is the newest in the O11 series of cases, and it's very cool. But it says coming soon, so they may be waiting on those cases still. 10th and 12th gen Intel as well. So this is saying that you have either option. That's very cool. Okay, the base price down here is going to be $22.99.99. That comes with a 3060 Ti. It's a 12700K right there. That's plus 150. So it tells you how much it adds to the price right there. So the LCD screen they're talking about here is a 7-inch one in the back right there. Choosing DDR4 or DDR5. But there's a lot of customization stuff here. So look at your base price and understand that that's going to go up, especially if you want to kit it out like the ones in the picture that you see. Now, one cool thing is that you can go with several different very high quality fans, or you can get more of a budget oriented fan right here. I personally have the AL120s, the Leanly Unifan AL120s. They also have the SL120s, and these look like QL120s from Corsair. Comes with 1 terabyte, so you can leave it like that, add your own storage. Let's see what the price differences are. If we add another 1 terabyte, that's $100. Storage is one of those things that I highly recommend you upgrade yourself. It's a very easy upgrade, and it's a great way to introduce yourself and acclimate yourself to the concept of modding your own PC if you've never done that before. It's a great way to ease into that, and very low risk of damaging anything if you don't do it right. It's really hard to do wrong, to be honest. M.2 drives can be a little bit tricky, but a quick YouTube video can get you right on track very quickly. So now let's see what some of the price differences are on the GPUs. This is going to vary from system integrator to system integrator, and that is totally normal. So say we go up to A3070, $2449. It's a $100 difference. That's a very fair price, jumping from 3060 Ti to 3070. And 3080, it's about $500. You know how 3080s are. They're very high demand. And this might, I'm not sure though, if it's the 12 gig or the 10 gig VRAM version. That's something I would suggest defining there, because if it's 12 gig version, that $500 definitely makes a lot of sense. You can also go with no GPU. Considering the fact that GPUs are becoming more accessible and closer to MSRP at times, if you watch EVGA's website closely, or if you check out Newegg at the right time, there are quite a few options that will pop up. So that's something to keep in mind if you are wanting to buy your own GPU to get a specific brand, and, you know, from an AIB partner and a certain look to it, that kind of thing. And you get lucky with that. Let's see, lifetime warranty, a lifetime warranty. TJ, these are friends of yours, aren't they? Oh, we love that. Yes, this is what I want to find more of. All Vyral PCs come with an industry best lifetime limited warranty and service guarantee. Your processor failed after you had your system for 8 years, you're covered. This is the same language as used on Alexander PCs. Y'all are friends, and I can see that. I like that. So of course you can go with the all-in-one liquid cooler. They have the Z63, which fits perfectly, of course, into the O11 Mini. Wow, it said 2 left earlier. Now it's only 1 left. Did I waste my time covering this for a weekly video? 38 customers reviewing this product. Is my chat in there? Are you guys looking at this thing right now? Now, I know one of the owners of VyralTeq is going to be at PAX East, which, guess what? So am I. Get subscribed so you don't miss any of the PAX East coverage that we're going to have. There's going to be so many companies there. There's a chance we may even have a panel with several insiders from the system integrator industry and with Q&A and everything. Get subscribed so you don't miss that coverage. But I'm going to get to meet at least one of the owners of VyralTeq, and perhaps maybe they'll be willing to do an interview. We are trying to do more stuff like that as a way to give you a profile of each system integrator that we talk about, so you can decide which one is best for you and just know the people behind the website, behind the PCs, the hardworking individuals that bring these gaming PCs to life so that you can enjoy your hobby. Remember that you are limited by your monitor's refresh rate. If your monitor is 144 Hertz and you're getting 200 FPS, you will only be seeing 144. Don't overbuy unnecessarily. That's a company saying, don't give us too much money if you don't need to spend that money. This is the kind of stuff I look for. I'm sure they test these things before they send them out. And if you do have any issues, you have a lifetime warranty. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to Ironside. Now, Ironside has this thing that they do where they will release a limited run of very special cases that they customize. Now, they're not anything crazy structurally necessarily, but let's take a look at some of them right now. The limited edition ones, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to get one, but I want to show you some of the things that they've done. The Black Lotus was very cool. It is the Fractal Torrent, and it has this sort of purple and black lotus on the tempered glass, which looks absolutely... Y'all know how I feel about purple? Y'all know how I feel about purple. The Yggdrasil was one that several members of my community got. They were limited run, and they were gorgeous. They turned the side panel into like a stained glass piece of art, and of course put their logo on the front. This was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. The current one is this. It's Ancient Stones, and it is cel-shaded artwork on this, and these are currently available. But there have been some really cool builds before, and there will be more in the future. You can count on it. God, the Wisp is gorgeous. Look at that frosted glass with the RGB strips back there. Makes it all diffused. Very, very cool look. So moving on though, what we're going to do is we're going to customize a system here. What you do is you go to desktops, and then you go to forge a PC. When you do that, you get to choose which baseline configuration you're looking for. We're looking for 12th gen Intel here, so we'll go with the first Intel system here, which goes between socket 1151 and socket 1700, which socket 1700 is Alder Lake 12th gen Intel. So here we are, and you have your 4 configurations here, going all the way up to 12900K and 3080 Ti. We're going to start with the 12600K system here. Right off the bat, the default is the P400A in black. Now, it doesn't say whether it is the digital, and I got to tell you, that drives me crazy when it doesn't say whether it's a digital or not, but they show the digital picture. Come on, man. I love the configurator, though. It is so clean, because when you're choosing what you're going to change, it just focuses on that one thing, and you can just keep going down and opening them. But when you're done here, you close that, and it keeps everything nice and clean, because I stare at these things all day. All right, but you have quite a few choices, including all the way up to the Fractal Torrent, which is an expensive case, but it sort of stands alone when it comes to airflow performance. It looks like it limits you to 4 Ironside RGB fans, so maybe it's saying that there are fans included, but we'll go ahead and just say 4 RGB fans. You can add internal lighting. This is all aesthetic stuff. And you can choose your color wiring. But we're going to go beyond this, and we're going to go to components. Look at how cool that is, that you make your choice and it just closes it up. We're going to stick with the 12600K, call this a gaming PC, maybe add a little extra RAM, and you can stream too. You can stick with a 240mm all-in-one liquid cooler here. However, you have the choice to go with either soft tube custom liquid cooling or hardline liquid cooling, and it's only apparently $100 more. So right here, you're looking at several different ones here. There's DDR4 and DDR5, but this goes all the way up to the Asus ROG Strix Z690E gaming Wi-Fi DDR5 motherboard, which is a very high-end motherboard. Okay, so for the memory, we haven't selected one yet, so that's not in the price yet. But look at this, we're only at $2,058. So one good thing here is you cannot select the wrong memory. If you choose a DDR4 motherboard, you only get options in DDR4 memory. So what is the price if we want to get 32 gigs of DDR4 3600? Well, the price isn't bad. 194 places it only about $35 more than what you can get this same RAM for at retail. Not bad at all. So right here, we'll go with the 1 terabyte NVMe M.2. So the GPU on here, though, for $2341 is a 3060. So it's only $96 to go up to a 3060 Ti. The performance gain from a 3060 to a 3060 Ti is pretty substantial. I would say that is worth the money. However, and yeah, for a 1080p or 1440p gaming system, 3060 Ti is fine. But yeah, honestly, not too bad. Not too bad. But one thing we don't know about, we want to find out about their warranty real quick. 5-year service, 3 years parts. This is great. That's a great warranty. And it's not a lifetime warranty. You've heard us throwing those terms around quite a bit. You can go platinum for another $200, which is a 5-year part warranty and 7 years labor. Now, what I want to check out next, I want to check out Meta PC. Yeah, we're going to skip the ready to ship PCs and we're going to go to the configure a custom PC. Now you have 3 base systems to go with. So let's go mid range. We'll try to see if we can do a comparable 12600K and a 3060 Ti system. To be honest, I have looked at Meta PCs before, and what reminded me of that was this. This is a huge amount of wasted space on your website. All of this information could be much smaller and still be perfectly legible. Meta PCs, just to be fair, guys, I look at configurators all day long, and yours looks pretty clean. Like, I actually like the presentation here. This could be way smaller and still be totally legible. Just my honest feedback for you guys. We've got those 4 options. Bad, less bad, good, cool. So let's select the good one. Although I really like the cool one. That's a sweet case. So you can customize, add RGB fans for $79. Get yourself some premium cables, including the Leadly streamers, $2182. So far we are under the price that Ironside had there. 12600K, 3060 Ti, great balanced system, 1440p gaming, 1080p gaming, streaming, all that kind of stuff. It's only $90 to go from an ASUS Prime Z690p Wi-Fi D4 to an MSI Z690 Edge Wi-Fi D4. That's not bad. This is a gaming system. And this kit right here for $62 extra over the 8 gigs, 2 4-gig sticks. So yeah, 16 gigs of the Meta DDR4 3600. Looks like Patriot Viper memory. Cooling, 240mm, fine for a 12600K. 750 watt power supply. Does not say the 80 plus certification on it. I would say going with Windows 11 is the way to go here if you're going to be getting 12th gen Intel. It's going to be a little weird to get used to it, but it's not too bad. And there are certain things you can do to make it act more like Windows 10. This right here, this $73.50 to go up to the 1 terabyte M.2 drive, that's only about $10 cheaper than buying an entirely additional 1 terabyte M.2 drive and installing it yourself. Just keep the 500 gig with your operating system on there and get yourself like an SN570 Western Digital or like a Sabrent 1 terabyte M.2 drive for about $80, $90. Your Meta PC comes with a 1-year full coverage award-winning warranty. You may upgrade this warranty up to 3 years. So how much does that cost? 3-year warranty is $270. So, okay, it's not the strongest warranty we've seen tonight. There we go. We're looking at $2346. So price-wise, and this is with a Leadly 011 dynamic and with all fans covered. Like you're getting 9 fans with this, okay? So if Meta PCs is up your alley, if this is what you're looking for, there of course are different choices you can make, different customizations you can do. You can choose a different GPU. Last but not least is a new company I just heard about tonight. And this is AES Tech Gaming. Now, what caught my attention about this site? Are there a lot of ready-to-ship systems? No. Is there a massive and elegant configurator? No. But there are more important things than that, at least in my opinion. And what caught my attention was the About Us part right here. And this just straight up talks to me, man. This is just right up my alley. During the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, when components began to be extremely difficult to source and prices skyrocketed, we used our connections to get components and build PCs at fair prices. Our goal was simply to keep as many components out of the hands of miners and scalpers and into the hands of gamers. Cool. That's my whole show. That's literally the purpose of System Integrators Weekly, is this, helping you find places to get PCs at as fair a price as possible because scalpers don't buy full systems just to scalp the GPU. So they don't do mass quantities of PCs, they custom build, and they focus on using the best components, perfectly match to the remainder of your build, and do it at extremely competitive pricing. So there you go. So the issue right now is that there's no stock that is ready to ship or anything like that, but that's not what they do. Custom PC quote request, it has info here. So when you're getting this quote, it's going to be like how it used to be with Power GPU before they added their configurator. You're just putting in a form, and guess what? They ask a lot of the questions I ask when I'm helping people with systems one-on-one on the stream. So it lets you know, do you need any wireless connectivity? What are you going to use it for? This helps inform them as to how they should customize the system. And then you get a list of GPUs and what the starting price would be for the system before any customization. So looking at a 3070 Ti system for $2199 sounds really good. It's just we don't know yet what the CPU would be, what the motherboard would be, what the RAM amount would be, but that's the starting amount. So yeah, I think a lot of these prices are very fair depending on what the other components are going to be. So I'm excited to learn more about these guys. And I'm happy that the owner of the company was here visiting earlier and, drop me a line so I can learn more about you guys and share that information. All right, that's going to be it for the episode. And don't forget to check out the new Hoplite system that just launched and get subscribed so you can see the full review of that system later. It's performing really well. It's a great budget system. And I'm excited to be part of the launch. So thank you, TJ, for that. It's been very enjoyable. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to come by the stream tonight if you need help with your own system. And jump in the queue with !join, and I'll help you out one-on-one. And until then, take care.